All right, hey there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith with an update on huge changes in our extended forecast. Probably heard people talking about it around town, or maybe you've seen it on social media. There are some chances of some things. We could see some wintry precipitation next week, but more importantly, we are definitely expecting cold weather. The winter precip forecast is really too far out to get very specific. There is some chance that we could see a mixture of precipitation or some snow, but we also have the chance of seeing nothing. And of course, it's going to be cold regardless, and definitely the cold air is winning out on some of the models. So I want to take a look at some of these and show you what we're seeing. So the first thing I want to do is show you the temperature outlook, and this is really beyond Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, but it continues with that well below normal trend, the CPC outlook indicating cold air in our area. And this is where it's coming from. So this is the jet stream, and it shows this river of air in the upper atmosphere, and the cold air will be working down. And so what I'm going to do is I'll bring it up where I can just kind of stay over here on the side, and I'll kind of talk you through it. Let's see, I get a little bit more centered up. Looks like I'm looking at this camera right here. All right, so what we're seeing is a ridge in our area on Friday and into Saturday. So we're in the green, meaning it's not going to be cold here on Saturday. In fact, we might even see temperatures up around 70, but the cold air is building over the northern United States. I'll start it back at the beginning, and you can actually see this beginning to sink to the south. You see that pink stuff coming down? Sunday could be a tough afternoon. I'm expecting wind gusts around 30, and we're going to see highs in the upper 40s on Sunday, and temperatures are going to be struggling on Sunday. It's not going to be cold until Sunday night, and then Sunday night may be our first night in the mid to lower 20s. Monday, it looks like the cold air is basically established in our area. This is unique. Now, the jet stream, the polar jet, is going to actually be all the way out down through South Texas and into the northern Gulf. So that's something we don't see very often, and that's why we're expecting extreme cold, and we could have wind chill values around 11 on Monday morning. And then this river of air continues to show cold air through about Wednesday or Thursday of next week. We'll start to see some improvements late in the week, but the cold air is in place. So what about precipitation? Well, it's going to rain Saturday. Best chance is actually going to be Friday night and into early Saturday morning. After lunchtime on Saturday, we have a drier expectation. Sunday, we definitely could see some clouds with the cold air advection, and we're looking at kind of that leftover wraparound cloud cover. That almost never brings us anything significant wintry weather-wise here, but the cold air working in Sunday night, and then we watch the Gulf. So the Gulf of Mexico is indicating, let me back this up. This is the GFS model. Look what's happening on Tuesday morning off the coast of Louisiana. That is a Gulf low. The GFS wants to take it basically right out over the Gulf, and it ends the precipitation chances. It shows some flakes, out towards the Chandelier Islands or the mouth of the Mississippi River on Tuesday night. And that's about all the GFS offers us really as far as a chance of precipitation. It does bring some cloud cover in, and then it clears us right back out. All right, let's look at the European model. And the European model is a little more to favor some wintry precipitation in the area, and it's actually the stronger of the two models. Did really good with the last event, and it does really good with fronts. So checking it out for Saturday morning, we've got rain, and then we get into Saturday night. I'm going to drag the slider bar along here. Most of the significant rain is to our east. Sunday, it turns colder. Any snow on Sunday would be in the Appalachians, like in Tennessee and North Carolina. And then we watch for a Gulf low to develop. And what this model does is that by Tuesday morning, it begins to develop the potential of some precipitation back into Texas, and then it's going to drag it along. This is going to be really from about midnight Monday night and into Tuesday morning. And look at that, around our area, a little mixed precip, the pink, and then you see the blue in there. That would be light snow. And so both the GFS and the European have trended drier. The European still holding on to precipitation, Both have brought in colder air than we were thinking earlier, and it's placing the precipitation further south. But the Euro has us in what could be a light snow event on a Tuesday night there. And then it begins to shove off as we head into Wednesday morning. So that's the current thinking with the timing, but it's way too far out to get locked in on any of these scenarios. And our snowfall accumulation probability is kind of an interesting thing. The European model is suggesting that we could see some amounts up to about a ½ an inch in our area on Thursday, with some higher totals in Louisiana and over to the east of us. So we could see something, but the main focus will be on the temperatures, and this is what we're seeing. So our temps going to be cold. Let me go ahead and jump into the 10-day forecast. And what it's showing us is that the low on Monday morning at 23, and then the high on Monday and Tuesday both in the upper 30s, and the low Monday night and Tuesday night in the mid to lower 20s, wind chills around 10 or so, and I got a little rain snow mix on Tuesday there with our graphic, so that'll be something to watch out for. The odds of precipitation right now, we're putting it at 30%. This forecast is going to improve from an accuracy perspective. The cold air looks like it's almost a certainty, but the precipitation is a big question mark. So we're just going to have to keep watching this and check in with Matt in the morning. He'll have some more information. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon as we get closer. I think Saturday or Sunday would be the time that we would have this thing kind of nailed down. So those would be some things to watch out for. Wintry weather getting into our area next week. Extreme cold, wind chills around 10, and maybe a few flakes or some sleet pellets. We'll see how it plays out. We'll keep watching here on Fox 10 News. Thanks for joining us for Next Weather.